speaking of Sims, we're starting the podcast now.
Not starting off with the word speaking of Sims.
Well, speaking of Sims, Kamika and I, like you guys who are longtime listeners of the Sibling Rivalry podcast, know Kamika and I have been best friends since fifth grade in elementary school. And we grew up all through middle school together. We were super, super, super tight. And we used to, did you have a best friend like that? Okay, so Kamika and I would spend all day in school together. Okay, first of all, we would walk to the bus together, take the bus together. We were in the same class. We spent all day in school together. We would walk home together. Then we'd get home and get on the phone and talk for like 5 hours. I'm like, what the fuck were we talking about? What is there to talk about so much with one person?
Well, I remember having a friend named Alicia who I was very, very close with. We were not in the same grade, though. Alicia was 1 year ahead of me. So we didn't hang out at school. And this was in high school. And Alicia and I would talk on the phone for hours. But she also lived, because Alicia used to live in my neighborhood. And then she moved a county over to like the white county. In my mind, at the time, I thought Henry County was like the peak of living. Like I was like, oh, if you live in Henry County. Henry County, yeah. I'm from Clayton County, but if you lived in Henry County, I was like, y'all got money. Oh, you got money.
She got money. Get it all for them.
That really is what Henry County felt like to me. Anyway, but we used to talk a lot, but we didn't spend our days. Also because, in high school, you don't have one class. But I don't have any friends that I was
didn't have, in middle school, there wasn't one class. Fifth grade, yeah.
Fifth grade.
Yeah, but from sixth grade, from all middle school, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, we're in the same homeroom, but we would go to every class together. We had art together, everything together. Like your homeroom used to
how
travel.
Did you get all of your classes together? You got all of your classes together?
So I don't know how it works in Georgia, but in middle school in New York City, we had like in middle school you have your homeroom like class, like let's say you, me, and Jacob are in, like with like 27 kids, and then that class. So we were class 611, 711, 811. We went to everything together.
Oh, so you were with the same people all day?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. In Georgia, it is completely, well, at least at Clayton County, it was just completely randomized. So you had your homeroom class, and then all of you would just split up, and then you would go to different English teachers and go to different, but also
really?
Not to mention, like, some of the people in your homeroom class are like advanced. Some of them take Spanish. Some of them take French. Some of them are taking world history. Some of them are taking Georgia history. Some of them are taking algebra, trigonometry, calculus. Like, what do you do?
In middle school?
In middle school as well. Like, we did not have the same class all day. We just had different classes, like different groups of people that you were in class with.
Not us, bitch. We were your unit traveled to all the different classes together, and but again, this was also I told you, Bob, this was a badass fucking middle school. Like, it was wild. So I think that was their I think they did that because they didn't want to mix it from people, because different, like 611 would have beef with like class 6-5. So
not
they didn't want to
like not turf wars over the crayons.
So I think they didn't want us to commingle because they didn't want fucking literal wars to erupt in the school hallways.
No, we did not. When I was in 5th grade, we had 2 teachers. There were like 2 classes you take in 5th grade. Are you drinking? Are you fucking drinking? Do you drink at every fucking job you have? Or just this one? Jesus Christ. Can I have one day where my fucking coworker is not wasted?
Who do you think I have, Thorgy? Girl, I miss the road so much because touring with Thorgy, she is such a hoot, a scream, and a key, especially when Thorgy is drinking throughout, which is every show.
You mean every show?
Thorgy just has her bottle of wine, and as the night goes on, she just gets more and more ridiculous, and she is so funny.
Yeah, let's just say Thorgy's not doing sober October, okay?
But yeah, so me and Kamika used to talk, and then we would get home and talk on the phone for 5 hours. My grandmother would get, like, if Kamika would call.
Can I ask you a quick question?
What?
How does that microphone taste? Because you are Bitch, you are on that microphone, girl. Damn.
Have you ever had a dick like this? I have.
No.
I have had a chode before, and I was like, "Oh, baby, I can't even suck your dick." Like it was like
first of
it
all,
was a wrap.
what do you think a chode is? Because this would not be a chode. This microphone is like 10 inches long.
Microphone is not 10 inches. Are you insane?
This microphone is at least 9 inches. Let me get a measuring tape. Hold on one sec.
Bob.
I'm gonna grab.
Okay,
I'll be back. I'm gonna grab a measuring tape. Hold on one second.
Your handy dandy measuring tape.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
This here is crazy. This is not 10 inches. This is maybe I'm gonna have a guess how many inches I think this microphone is. Jacob, you know he's not gonna be able to find a goddamn measuring tape. I don't know why he acting like he knows where anything is.
Yeah, see, he may be able to find one. I mean, I also have one here and a measuring tape. I can probably go do it before he can.
Right. Oh, wait, Jacob, he's back. He found it, Jacob.
What's Jacob looking for?
I said, Jacob, you know he ain't gonna be able to find that measuring tape.
Well, I've not found it yet, but I don't know where it is. Why is it so funny?
Because I knew you wouldn't find it.
All right, I have my Yeti mic and a measuring tape.
Jacob has his Yeti and a measuring tape, Bob. You can come back, baby.
All right, Jacob is gonna measure this.
Wait, hold
Yeti.
on. Wait, Jacob, before you tell us, Bob, wait, what is your guess? I'm saying
Let me look at it.
I know dicks and I know girth and length, and I think that this microphone is 7.5 inches.
I think this is an 8-inch microphone.
Okay,
And I
Jacob
think
is
the
measuring.
girth. I think that the girth of this is probably.
The girth is like 9 inches.
I think it's probably 8 as well. It's 8 by 8. It's a perfect square. If we fold it out, it'd be a perfect square.
Are we measuring it from base to tip?
We're measuring it from the bottom to the top, but
Yeah,
just
and
the
Jake-
actual microphone part, not the actual stand holding the microphone.
Right.
Yeah, and don't be measuring like them fucking dudes on Grindr where you take the remote and push it back to your anus, and then you're like, oh look, I'm 27 inches. Oh, are you? Because you're not.
Are you, Mom?
All right, so the length of this is 7.5 inches and the girth is 8 inches.
Oh, bitch!
I know the girth though. I did know the girth.
You did. Let me say, I know a dick size. I'm like, this is 7.5 inches.
But that would not be a chode. A chode is a short, fat dick.
Okay, well, when I said chode, I was more thinking of what I'm looking at in my screen, like how you can just see this part. I was like, this. If this was just this is a chode right here.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just that part up, it'd be like 4 by 8, which is that's a very short,
Thick.
fat dick.
I don't think my mouth could even open to 8 inches.
I could get this Yeti in my mouth for sure,
Get you?
easily.
It's the confidence for me.
100%. I could easily put this Yeti in my mouth. Easily.
Wow.
You couldn't get the top of that Yeti in your mouth?
No, I had Invisalign treatment.
It's the that tooth scrubbing BJ for me. It's that blowjob sounding like skid marks for me.
Skid marks? What?
I heard about you toothing down dicks. A rumor has it, Monet.
I could. I'm just trying to be modest for our viewers. I don't want to reveal all my secrets, girl.
Rumor has it Monet be sucking dick like corn on the cob. Just like
Do you know that corn has no nutritional value? So I have stopped getting corn in my Chipotle. I have stopped getting corn in my salads because it is not good for you.
Okay, that's you just said two different things. No nutritional value and not good for you are not the same thing. For example, lettuce has no nutritional value. Iceberg lettuce adds.
Oh, it's just water.
Takes, it doesn't add anything. It doesn't take anything. Cucumbers have no
Water.
nutritional value. There's zero
Corn
calories.
is the same way.
But that's not bad for you. No nutritional value is not the same as something being bad for you. Now, for example, sugar in excess has nutritional value and it is bad for you. And I think that corn actually does have nutritional value.
It is not. A lot of I literally watched a documentary on it here stuck in quarantine, and like 90% of the world's corn literally is like what's the word? It's like 50% synthetic. A lot like 90% of the world's corn. Like if
those
you go
sound
to
some made up ass numbers to me. Those sound like some made up ass numbers. First of all, corn has vitamin C, corn has fiber, corn has protein, corn has fat. Corn has a lot of nutritional value.
No, I watched a whole documentary about it.
So you went to college now. Well, I mean, all I'm saying is corn has protein, fat, fiber, and vitamin C.
Well, pure
Apparently,
corn,
one serving
not the
of
shit that be at Chipotle.
Apparently, one serving of corn has 17% of your daily's vitamin C intake. So I think it is safe to say that corn does have some nutritional value.
Well, that's like the good corn, like for example, lots of places in Mexico still have very good corn, but a lot of the mass-produced corn in America is literal shit.
Okay, yeah, you can't use words like literal.
Okay.
People who use literal, and I will say that there's one colloquialism that I cannot get on board with. Using the word literal when you actually mean figurative, I can't. Like that's the one thing where I'm not doing a thing. I cannot wrap my brain around just literally using the word wrong. It is so weird. It is really strange. But there's also a moment where people use the word, but you don't even need to use it. Like, I am literally tired. And it's like, okay.
I am literally tired.
No, I know. But also, it seems like one of those things where I feel like in my mind, people say literally when they want everyone to know that what they're saying is not figurative. So if you say I'm tired, we just assume you're tired. But if you say I literally ate 18 hot dogs today, people will be like, oh my God, I cannot believe you actually ate 18 hot dogs.
Okay, first of all, well, with tired, sometimes you know this, people just be like, oh, I'm so tired. But you don't really be tired, because after that, then you go on to do 39 different things. When like you're like exhausted, you're like, bitch, I am literally about to fall over. I'm so tired. But you didn't say
the same thing. I'm literally about to fall over and I'm literally tired are not the same thing. If you are literally about to fall over, it's like, oh my God, you fell over. But you can also be tired and do stuff. You can be tired and do a lot of stuff. You can literally be tired.
But are you tired though?
Yeah, I mean, you're not literally about to fall over, obviously. You know what I mean?
Let me look up the definition of tired. In need of sleep or rest or very weary. So if you are very weary and you get up and you go do 19 more things, then bitch, you weren't tired.
You better ignore the first part of that definition. You can be in need of rest and in need of sleep, but still doing things. Like, for example, if you're driving home and you have an hour to go, you can be tired but still drive home.
See, that's not safe. I used to do that shit in college.
No, it's definitely not safe. I do not recommend driving while sleepy. I remember one time when I was driving back I was taking the shuttle bus from Columbus to Atlanta. There's just like, you go to the airport in Columbus, which is shady, by the way. Columbus, Georgia airport is shady.
Oh.
Boots.
So you always fly into Atlanta, even though it's closer?
Yeah, no one, rich people fly into Columbus, Georgia. And people in the military.
So why is it shady?
Because it's like this tiny little airport and it's just messy. I would rather go to Hartsfield Jackson. I would rather drive an hour and a half to go to Hartsfield. Anyway, so I took a shuttle to Atlanta and the bus driver was just fully falling asleep while driving.
Bitch.
Like, I don't know, do they have those things? I haven't seen them much outside of Georgia, but when you get off the road, there's ridges on the side of the road. Girl, yeah. And then I was like, oh my God. So we were all on the shuttle like, this is insane. Then I was like, so then I started being like, tell me about yourself. Do you have any kids? How long have you been driving shuttles? Like, what's going on with your life? Spell your name and then spell each letter. Can you spell the letter T?
Tee. Well, I've been in Ubers. This happened to me twice in an Uber. I was in an Uber, and and two of them were early morning trips when we used to, back before the world shut down, and also at one point, Bob and I we had calculated, bitch, we were each spending on our own, like in and out of New York. Like, each of us individuals spending like over $1,400 on fucking Ubers to and from the airport. Because people don't realize New York is an expensive Uber state. From an Uber from Harlem from Washington Heights where we lived to JFK is like $130 each
But
way.
y'all also have to realize too that Monet and I are often traveling with a lot of suitcases, so we
you have to get
cannot
XL.
get a Toyota Camry, and also we're just too fancy. And I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But we can't get a Toyota Camry because we have too many suitcases. So you have to get an Uber XL. So my ass is riding to. My ass is paying $110 to ride in a fucking Sierra Odyssey or
a damn Toyota Sienna.
a Toyota Sienna.
A lot of them would be early morning rides to the airport, and twice they would just, I guess, they've probably been on the road all night trying to pick up fares and yada yada yada. But girl, he was literally falling asleep driving to the airport, and the car swerving a little bit, and then it's like, what do you do? Do you say, bitch, pull over and get me off? But then you're also like, I'm trying to make my flight. It's like so many conflicting feelings and emotions.
Conversation. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How long you been driving Uber? I mean, okay, here's what I had. One time me and Jacob were leaving Trixie's house, right? I will never forget this day. And I called a Lyft, and then the driver, when I say he was in the back seat.
What do you mean?
He was his seat was pushed as far back, and he was leaning as far back as you can lean.
I cannot drive like that. That is so uncomfortable to me.
He was leaning all the way back. Now I always sit behind the passenger seat, and Jacob always sit behind the driver's seat. This guy was leaning so far back, and Jacob was like, oh my God. And Jacob's very quiet. And I was like, can you please scoot up so that he can sit back there? He was like, nah, man, we good. And I was like, but we're not though. I was like, can you, and his music, Monet, blasting. Blastoids. Is that the Pokemon Blastoise?
Oh my God, yes, it is.
Blasting the music. And I was like, and can you please turn your music down? Nigga.
Girl, when you tell Ubers to turn their music down, they be getting mad. Especially, bitch, don't let it be a Dominican dude up in Washington Heights. Bitch, they get mad. They give you the side eye.
Or a religious lady blasting her church music on fucking Sunday. I don't want to hear about your buddy, JC. Anyway, so let me finish the story. So, okay, I'll finish after the break. Okay, so Jacob is... Welcome back, everyone. So Jacob is... I was looking at the guy, I was like, can you please lean your seat up and can you please turn your music down? Like, me and Jacob are sitting there looking awkward as hell. And then he was like, nah, man, we good, man. We good. And I was like, but so we're not. So I was like, you know what? I'm good, actually. So we get out of the car, and he's sitting there like, I ain't about to cancel this, man. You gonna have to cancel. I ain't about to get that charge. And I was like, well, honestly, it's fine. So I just went into Uber because he was through Lyft, and I just ordered an Uber. And I was like, well, just sit there then, because I don't want to ride with you like that. That's wild.
Yeah. When one of my crazy Uber stories, Pat and I, we were in West Virginia. It was after a long tour. I mean, we had been. It was a Midwest tour with Daniel Cole. We had did like 8 little cities. Hard Candy with Daniel Cole. We had done like 8 cities, and the last city was West Virginia. And I mean, West Virginia, I've been to rural places. West Virginia is probably the most rural place I've experienced, like in America.
Take your ass to South Dakota. You about to really gag. South Dakota will gag anyone.
Really? I've never been to any of the Dakotas.
Girl, South Dakota, there is practically nothing in South Dakota.
So we're in West Virginia, and then we're at this hotel, and then we had, first of all, there were like 2 flights out of there, and like the next, then we were going, I think we may have been going to come into LA for something. So we had to get a connecting flight from West Virginia to like Atlanta, then to go to LA. And then so our flight was at like 6 a.m. in the morning. 6 a.m. That's so redundant. I hate when people do that shit. Girl, I had to go to school at 7 a.m. in the morning. Bitch, a.m. is the morning. Anyway, so so the thing is at 6 a.m. And then so we called the Uber at like 4 o'clock just to give enough time. Bitch, no Ubers. Like the nearest one was like 21 minutes. It was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So we called the fucking Uber. It was taking long. So we go inside to the hotel. We're like, hey, do you guys like have like numbers for taxis here? They're like, yeah. So she gives us a taxi. We call this guy. He answers, and we're like, hello? Patty was like, yeah, can we need a ride to the airport. We're like, all right, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And then so this guy comes up, bitch, we have 4 suitcases.
Corvette.
Bob, when I tell you, it was like a parody for like the Beverly Hillbillies. He came in this like pickup truck that was from like the 1970s. It was literally chugging, boom, busting shots, picking us up. And then, but it was one of those that only had like the passenger, the driver, the little middle seat, and then the passenger.
Was Patty riding, bitch?
Patty was right in the middle, girl.
With his feet up on the coast?
Girl. And then so we put
Was
all
it
our
a
shit
six
in the
shift?
truck.
Please tell me it was a six shift.
I don't remember. Maybe it was.
Because
But then
I remember being a kid and riding bitch when someone has to drive stick shifts. They're just reaching between your legs.
Yes, between your legs. So then we tried to put our 4 suitcase in his like in the back part, but he had like tools and shit in there. So like I'm like, oh my god, my suitcase is gonna fall out the back of this fucking shit going to the airport. And then to make it worse, the pièce de résistance, this motherfucker is chain smoking as we're going to the airport. So he's just smoking and blowing cigarettes. And me and Patty are like, oh my god, we need to get out of here. We need to get the fuck out of West Virginia. It was the craziest thing.
Okay, this is my last super story. So when we filmed the pilot for We're Here, Jacob came to visit me in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And girl, there was the town, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, has 2 Uber drivers. 2. So when we called this Uber, like earlier that week, we went out to like all go to TGI Fridays, I think. So in order to get this
oh my god,
Uber,
the JD Burger TGI Fridays is literally so fucking good. Anyway.
In order to get Jacob a car back to the city or to the airport, we had to just call the guy. He was like, "Don't use Uber, just call me." So we just like called him like on his phone, and we're like, "Hey Carl, can you come pick us up?" He was like, "Yeah, just have cash." And then Jacob rode back with this guy. I think the ride is like an hour from Gettysburg to Pittsburgh.
No.
And Jacob is like riding with this guy, and Jacob said it was very. And this guy was the one other queer person, and there was more queer people in town than just the driver. But it was.
Carl was queer.
He was a huge Madonna fan.
Oh
he
my!
spent an hour talking about how Madam X was Madonna's best work of all time.
Oh my god, that's literally like Wesley, Bob. Wesley from Pomona.
Yeah.
He loves Madonna.
Bitch, you say his name again, you better get fucked up. You already got called out one time by Wesley. Wesley's not fucking playing games with you.
Oh my god, I love Wesley. Wesley's a sweet man. He's obsessed with Madonna.
She's backtracking, Your Honor. She's backtracking, Your Honor. All right, let's talk about our topic of the day. We're revisiting sex. We've talked about sex before. We're revisiting sex.
Yeah,
Talk
we're
to
revisiting
me.
sex because it is 2021, and I think that a lot of people have a lot of hang-ups that they don't have anymore about sex, and people are I feel in my experience, a lot of friends and even myself are like exploring more ideas about their about sex.
Not
and
ideas.
I think it's just
That
Did I
is so
say
New York
ideas?
City. That is like a very New York City thing.
ideas about what sex looks like in the what is this called? This is not the 21st. This is the 21st century. Never mind.
Well, I think after a year of having very little sex, people are like, I'll whatever. Okay, is identifying as a top or bottom, is that over? Is it done?
I mean, for me, it has always been done. I in my sexual
Or verse,
proclivities.
top, bottom, verse. Is it done? Is it just like I am what I am?
No, I think that everyone is more verse now. Like, but throughout my entire journey, I've always been verse.
But do you be topping more or do you be bottoming more? What do you
I
lean?
top more. I top more also because the guys I have traditionally
Mount top more.
the guys I have traditionally had sex with have always wanted me to top them, and we've talked about this before. I have a lot of sex with very hood niggas, and a lot of them they be wanting to bottom. They want
guys be busted babies. Like that's
they love
it.
They really, really love it.
I have an idea. This is so messy. This is the messiest idea I've ever had.
Oh God.
We send Clona Willies to several people, and then they all just clone their willies. A Clona Willy, by the way, is the thing where you like make a dildo from your penis, And then they're all like different colors, or maybe they're all the same color or something. But then we just put them all like let's say one to me, you, Naomi. We just pick a couple other people, but we never say who is who. But if we get like 15, just to be like, just so you know, in this lineup, you have looked at Monet's dick, but we're not going to tell you which one it was. Is that genius? Is that genius?
I'm so into it. Let's fucking do it, bitch.
Like, we're not gonna say who
it.
is who, but all we're saying is, I can assure you that by looking at all these dicks side by side, you did see Naomi Smalls' dick.
Yeah, and I think, and also just a little side note, if you guys are interested in seeing Bob and I clone someone's willy, just go on Pornhub and type in Bob the drag queen and Monet exchange, and a video of us cloning this guy's dick at Bob's old apartment. And Bob, first of all, okay, so y'all know this, Bob is pretty fearless, and Bob does a lot of things without reservations, with like a lot of confidence. But Bob does this thing where Bob queens out over the weirdest things. So we're trying to clone this guy's dick, and Bob is literally screaming. He's sweating.
Well,
it was
what
the
it was
funniest
it was
thing.
first of all, it was time sensitive, and then he also mentioned how he had ruined a clone. Well, he was like, it's actually kind of hard. And we had our last one, and I was like, I don't want to fuck this one up. We brought this guy all the way from San Francisco. We were like, we can't fuck this up because the sex store. We bought the last two they had at the sex store. I don't know if you remember that. They were their last two clone Willies. So I was like, if we fuck this up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Also, it's two big ass black drag queens with our fucking nails on and our wigs, and this guy's trying to keep up because you have to say hard to do it.
Let's just say I don't think he worships the dolls. I don't think that our presence was helping keep things erect.
Yeah. What about you? How have you in terms of top bottom verse? How have you identified throughout your sexual life?
I identify as mostly a top, and I always tell my partners, I'm like, if you want to top something, I can accommodate, and they're always like, I'm good. No, thank you. But I'm always like, but I'm like, if you want this in your life, just talk to me. We can have a discussion. I'm really not good at it. Like I would love to be like. I'm gonna tell you, no one seems to enjoy sex more than someone who is getting railed. People who are getting railed seem to just like people who want that. People who like want to be railed. Of all the folks who are enjoying sex, they just seem to really be honestly
like power bottoms.
Living their dreams more than anyone. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed that too, and I think, and and every time that I have felt that way ironically, has been someone with like a really big dick. For some reason, in my experience, guys that have big ass dicks, they're more confident about topping because I guess because their dicks are so big, they are in the habit of really preparing the bottom and like really taking their time.
You're saying when you get railed and you're in heaven, it's because it was someone with a really big penis.
Yes, because either they've run me for a long time or they've done things to prepare the whole so that it's pleasurable for you too. In my experience, niggas that don't be having big dicks, it's just like, like average to whatever, they don't want to spend any time like getting you together. They're like, bitch, you suck a little dick, y'all kiss, and then they want to like fucking shove their dick inside of you. I'm like, no girl, you need to worship the doll first before you enter the castle.
There was so much going on in that metaphor. But yeah, I mean, I've also noticed that too. Like a lot of guys who, this is a really vague casting of like a thought, but a lot of guys who have big penises are also sometimes when they do bottom, they be like, oh, bust it.
Yeah.
Bust it. Go ham.
And looking into like I have, again, like I said, I have a lot of my experiences have been with like DL dudes or like that type of guy. But I going like recently over the past year or so, I have been I've been interested and curious in exploring sex with a transmasculine person, but I just don't feel confident in that area. I don't think that I would excel. And doing it for the first time, I feel like I'm like a fucking teenager over again. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, like I would just be like a fucking mess.
Have you ever been with a person with a vagina?
No.
Never, not
Never.
once. Have you ever seen a
Not
vagina
once.
in
I told
real
you
life?
I had no. And I
You've
had
never
that
seen a
girl from
vagina
my-
in real life ever?
No. Not even once. Bitch, I'm a platinum gay. I even seen my mother's pussy. I came out her stomach. And when I had my girlfriend Lamar Delk and I dated in high school.
Y'all used to listen to
And
Britney Spears.
Yeah, and we used to listen to Britney Spears together, and she was my first girlfriend, and we were also part of that church group. And then one time, I think I've told the story before, we were on like an overnight trip driving to Canada for our little spring break tour thing, and we were on the bus, and we were like kissing, and like she took my hand and put it on her boob, and I was so fucking uncomfortable. I was like, not the titty. I was like, I don't want to touch that. And then you know, as kids, and I think she wanted to explore more, and then I was like, yeah, we can. Jesus just wouldn't want us to do this. And then that's how I like dodged that. And then that was the closest. That was
but Jesus wanted you to learn the slave for you choreography. Get it.
That's the closest I've ever been to any vagina or boobs or anything like that.
I have been with several people with vaginas in my lifetime. I've been with cis women. I've been with trans men, and I'm not a stranger to a pussy, and I really would like to engage in a conversation specifically with cis gay men about like not being like ew or like it just there's something so upsetting about someone talking about pussies in general, whether they're attached to cis women or trans men or whoever is attached to, or even a trans woman who has had a vagioplasty or vaginectomy, vagioplasty. Being like, ew, that is so. It's mean. I don't know how to say it. It is mean.
It is mean, and I have been that girl before, and I think a lot of it comes from just cis gay men being like, growing up, it's like I'm just not attracted to that. I'm not into that. And I also think it stems from a place of, not pride is the wrong word, but being like, I don't know where. I think it's like being like, I'm like I would like never do that. Like, I don't know, whatever that is. A lot of cis gay men get like, it's like almost like a badge of honor. Like, I would never touch a pussy like that.
But it also gives out very cis het straight guy being like I just don't basically like talking about how they don't want to sleep with trans women because they were assigned male at birth. It's the same energy. It is the exact same energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it that way, too.
Because when we think about people being like, that ain't no woman, because, I think that a lot of gay guys a lot of cis gay guys see trans guys as not men, but they're clouding it in some sort of like, it's just a preference. Like, if you catch yourself saying the words, it's just a preference, maybe go back and unpack that. You know what I mean?
But what about cis gay men that so I guess my question is, what about cis gay men? They just don't want to. They're not interested in a vagina, or they're not interested in breasts or boobs. I'm like, so what is? They're just not into that. You know what I mean? But
I would just
also,
go ahead.
I also come from the thing of like when I see like people that have on their profiles no black blah 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 blah. I'm like I'm good because I don't ever want to run the risk of hooking up with you and you think that you're doing me a favor or you're not attracted to me, because to me a big part of me being attracted to someone is knowing that they're really into me. So when people I know that it like, you know, people have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I'm like good. That's like me going to a business that has a fucking Confederate flag. I'm like good. So I know not to shop there. Great.
What I'm saying is, if you are not attracted to something specifically, I would say maybe you should just unpack that. Like, just think about what that means and why you feel that way. For example, if you're not attracted to black people, maybe there's something going on there. Maybe you should unpack why you're not attracted to black people. If you're not attracted to fat people, maybe you should unpack that. Why are you not attracted to fat people? Does you think it has anything to do with society telling you that fat people are unattractive your entire life? Maybe there's something in there. Unpack it.
Bitch, let me tell you, I don't know who's out there who don't be fucking fat niggas. Fat niggas be doing it right, honey. They be worshiping the dolls. I just hooked up with this dude. He used to live on 123rd and Lexington. Bitch,
not his GPS coordinates. Damn, drop a pin, Monet. Damn.
Bob, it's New York City. There are probably 18,000 people on that block alone because he lived close to the project.
Let's narrow it down. He's the fat nigga. So now we've narrowed it down.
Okay, 6,000 people. Sorry. But he used to get me all the way together. Doesn't that imply that sexuality is a choice? I don't get that.
Well, Jacob's saying, if I'm saying like maybe unpack what you're saying, if you're saying I'm not attracted to this, maybe unpack that. And it's saying, does that imply that sexuality is a choice? I think that not necessarily, because gender expression, gender identity, sexual orientation all fall into different categories. So if you're like, I just don't like breasts, this may blow everyone's mind, but not only women have breasts.
Right. Well, but I'm saying, but it's not. So it's like so it's not about a women or men. It's like anyone with breasts. You're just not into that.
But I think that a lot of people when
or non-binary also. I don't want to exclude non-binary folk from the conversation.
When a lot of gay guys say they don't like pussies, typically speaking, and not always, that is their way of talking about. It seems to be attached to women having pussies, but not all women have pussies. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Agreed. And then so I have a question for you. When you first I mean, you don't have to answer this, it might be really invasive, but was Ezra the first trans masculine person you had been with?
No, he was not. And I mean, no. The answer is no. And so the first time, were you like nervous? Were you scared? Were you like, bitch, I'm about it. What's up? What's popping? Like what? Well, the first time that I ever hooked up with anyone, it was my girlfriend in high school.
Wait, hold the phone. How have I not known this? You hooked up with you had a girlfriend and you hooked up with her in high school?
Yeah, me and used to hook up all the time when I was in high school. So anyone who went to Morrow High School who knew we was
you talking about
bussin'.
me? You talking about me? Bitch, you that's super specific.
I didn't say her whole name, and we also didn't go to the same high school. I actually don't remember her high school. I think she might have went to Riverdale.
She's backtracking, Your Honor.
No, her name was, and we used to hook up, but we didn't. We were mostly fooling around, and then one time we were maybe bleep name.
Not your mom happens to listen to the podcast. She like from Clayton County, and she was fucking in high school. I'm gonna fuck that bitch up.
I mean, is fully 35 right now. Like but then I took a long break from, and then I was on a penis and butthole journey for a very long time. Mm-hmm. But I think the first time I, hooked up again with someone with a vagina, I was I confident? The short answer is a little bit, but open
Yeah.
to suggestions and critique. You know what I mean?
That's why my biggest thing. I'm like, I'm gonna look like a fucking big stupid dope. You're gonna be like, girl, not that. And I'm like, and it would just ruin my self confidence. I told you the one time I gave in my Invisalign journey when I got complaints about head, I didn't suck a dick for like a good 4 months. My self confidence was ruined. I was like, I'm the worst dick sucker. Like I was a mess. I was a wreck.
What was it again? The guy was like, "Nah, I'm good. Let's just move to the next." I don't want. I don't want an appetizer. I actually don't want to. I don't ruin my appetite.
I was sucking the dick and he was like, yo, wash your teeth. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like a few more insertions back and forth into my jowls. And then he was like, yeah, let's go to the next thing. And I was like,
Monet, I'm so sorry. I mean, I've had conversations with partners who, because what works for one person does not work for someone else. So like
True.
someone to be like I've had one person is like, oh my God, that is literally it. Like you better go the fuck off. Someone else is like, honestly, not my thing. Like I'm just not interested in that. And
yeah.
And I've had moments where I was hooking up with someone for a while, and then after a while they were like, I actually don't like when you do that one thing, and I was like, oh.
I hate that.
Y'all better work.
But yes, but
Look at how Jacob is looking at the camera. Jacob's like, don't talk about none of our business.
Bringing the combo back. So I guess with the whole sexuality thing, and again, I do have, even my conversations with friends, I do have more friends exploring more things about their sexuality and what they're attracted to and sex with different persons. And I just think that we're in a time, and especially with Generation Z, and I guess we don't have a name for the generation after Z, right? Who after Z?
I think it's X, maybe? I don't know.
No, Generation X is before
Generation
us.
Y, the fuck do we care? I don't know. What is it?
Whatever they are. I think that with Generation Z and then with Generation after that, I think that they are generations that are super open to trying everything, whereas we're millennials who we're super open, but we're not like the newer generations of folks are. And I think that a lot of us are, Generation Alpha. Ew. Not Generation Alpha. That means like the first. That don't even make no sense.
I mean, we went from X to Z, so obviously we're just bouncing around at this point. You know what I mean? X to millennial to Z, go off, sis.
Yeah.
I mean, I also want to say out loud too. I identify as pansexual, and there have been lots of moments in my life where I've been attracted to women, especially in my 30s. Like. Honestly, I think a part of my sexual awakening to being attracted to women again was because when I was in middle school and in high school, I was genuinely attracted to a lot of the girls in my school, like genuinely attracted to them.
Really? I've never had those feelings.
And my girlfriend Keisha, she was so beautiful. Like I was genuinely, there was no amount of like faking it or like closing my eyes or like wincing or imagining. I was attracted to her. Like I thought she was very beautiful.
Okay, you see, I have this. I do think that yes, I think there
I don't
are a
mean
lot of
beautiful
women,
like I would love to wear your outfit. I was like, she was sexy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but I have those feelings too. I see women a lot. I'm like, oh my God, she's hot, she's sexy, and I could see having because I've seen this on TikTok has opened me to a lot of this too. Like even today I saw a TikTok of this woman. She was like this like gay guy. Her and him, they were like best friends at work, whatever. And now they're in a relationship, but it's not sexual. They are like life partners and in a relationship that way. Like they're married and everything, but there is no sex. They don't have sex. They're not attracted to each other in that way.
Yeah, that's not where I'm at. I mean, my reintroduction to like being attracted to women was from Orange is the New Black. Do you remember Ruby Rose, the actor from Orange is the New Black?
Oh, with the tattoos.
I remember being like, this bitch is sexy. Like not like I mean, I was like, like I'm buying this as is. Like this bitch is fucking hot. But I was kind of like, I remember being like, what's going on? Because I've made this bold declaration that I am a gay man, and now I'm like every conservative's nightmare. I'm like a pansexual, non-binary, bibbity bop, keto, gluten free.
Bitch, you moved to LA and you got wild, girl.
Okay, first of all, Monet, you know I have been doing fad diets since you met me. I've been juicing and all that shit since before you met me. I was vegan when you met me, so don't first of all, don't.
You were not vegan when I met you. You were vegetarian. You were not vegan.
Anyway, so Ruby Rose was like this big. I was like, oh my god, she is so gorgeous.
Yeah. I agree. She's very hot.
But a part of me is really kind of honestly afraid to shoot my shot with any women because I'm like, they're gonna be like, why would I want to fuck this faggot? Like in my mind, I'm like, why would any woman ever want to hook up with my gay ass? Like she'd be like, get your faggoty ass out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, but again, Bob, you identify as pansexual. I identify as a gay non-binary person.
I say you having a stroke in the middle of.
Well, it's also this too. Like again, speaking of TikTok, there was this girl with green hair the other day. And I don't remember. Sorry,
Billie
Billie
Eilish.
Hair. It was I don't remember their name, but they had a TikTok and they used so much language, and I was like, I didn't even know we had all of these things. So then I go online to like look up more stuff, and so every time I speak about gender and sexuality and stuff like that, I try to remember all the stuff I've been reading and like seeing and make sure I'm identifying properly. Yeah, I identify as a cisgendered gay person, non-binary person. So I don't identify as
you just said
pansexual,
cis
but maybe
and non-binary. You said you're cis and non-binary.
Sorry. I identify as a non-binary gay person.
But see, here's the thing. Here's what really blows people's mind. When I tell people this, they're like, wait, what? I identify as a non-binary man. Now that really fucks with people. They're like, how? But how? And I'm like, you know how? Mind your fucking business. That's how. You know how? I don't have to explain any of my essence to you. That's how. How about that?
Right.
Catch me outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which, by the way, do you know Catch Me Outside girl, Bad Baby? She opened her OnlyFans. She just turned 18. She opened her OnlyFans, and she made over $1.5 million in 12 hours.
No.
Yes.
How much is her OnlyFans? Should we do a live review of her OnlyFans?
No. I mean, but also, what's so weird about it is that all these
you don't support women in business.
all these dudes or all these people, they were like waiting till she was 18 so they could like open her OnlyFans. Like this is we talked about this on the last episode.
We talked about Bad Baby.
Forget we did not us.
It's Bad Bobby, not Bad Baby.
Bad Baby. No, Bob. It's bad. She spells it with an H. It's Bad Baby.
I think she's saying Barbie, like Bobby. I think. Anyway, I remember that part. Jacob, shut your ass up, Jacob.
You talked about the pronunciation on the last podcast.
Her OnlyFans is $13.
And she made $1.5 million. That is crazy.
She said, I'm a naughty little girl who loves to squirt, always down to play any type of game or go on any kind of adventure. And she has 1.7 thousand likes. She seems to post. She's posted. Whoa, wait. She just joined, like just now.
Yeah, she just turned 18, like 2 days ago, something like that. 3
days
ago.
She has 125 posts already. She is going off on OnlyFans. This bitch is posted every hour on the fucking hour. She has 125 posts. Bitch,
okay, even if she posted on the hour every hour, that's not even enough hours. She's posting multiple because a day had 24 hours, and it's only been like 3 days now, so that's 72 hours. So she's posting twice at an hour.
That is, I'm honestly good for her. Like, use what you got to get what you want. If you want money, bitch, use your fucking body. Get the fucking things you want. We're gonna talk about me and Monet's OnlyFans after this break.
Oh my god. Oh my God! Speaking of OnlyFans, so I posted a video on my TikTok, and people, you see everyone tagging. They're like, we need to tell Bob about this. This is too much.
Oh, I did see it, and honestly, I just left. I just left the room. I was like, my mom is on this app. This is wild.
Your mom is on TikTok? No, she's not.
No, she's not.
Oh.
But Monet, that was, I mean, obviously, go off like.
Oh, so okay, I'm about to say, so Bad Baby can do what she wants, but Monet can't. Work.
You can do anything, Monet. You can post the inside of your anus on fucking on TikTok if you want to. You can post your colonoscopy and let everyone see what you're really working with. But that it was shocking content from you. I was like, this is shocking.
Well, I have thought about the OnlyFans thing. Not. I don't think I would, just because of like my family and stuff like that. I would never do it for those reasons. But it's something I have thought about. But I would never be like the Dahlia Sins and the Ajas, just busting it wide open, showing all of the. I just could not do that.
I mean, Jacob wants to know, why did you scratch your hat in the video? That is, the comments are like, why the hat scratch? When they scratch the hat. Now, y'all don't know, there's this thing on TikTok where people do stuff, but it's not necessary. There's a very popular trend is where you start your TikTok by taking a sip of a drink, but the cans be empty as hell. They always go, hey, everyone, but there's nothing in it. They always start their TikToks by drinking a drink that doesn't exist. Why did you scratch your hat?
I know. I just did it. I just scratched my hat. I don't fucking know, bitch.
Why
did you wear my merch? Why did you wear my merch today?
Well, I love this shirt, and when I saw it, I thought about how much I love you. But your ass was faking with your fucking your hat was like, I'm itching. If y'all don't know, is it still up? By the way, is it still up?
Oh yeah, it's still up. I was gonna post it on Instagram, but I was like, I could not. My literally my aunts and my moms are on Instagram. I would never.
So I'm gonna watch the video and describe it to you all what I'm looking at. It's you know what, Miss Thing? Go off. It is Monet is walking out, and she is wearing a tank top and a baseball cap, and it looks like a G-string type underwear. Like it's like a bikini style underwear.
It's a male bikini.
There is a lot of visible penis line in this video and a little bit of side butt. Like you can see the side of Monet's butt, but you can't actually see ass crack. But you can see the side of Monet's butt. And then she just walks on, poses. She's clearly on her tiptoes, which tickles me to no end. I was going to comment.
I don't like tiptoes. What are you talking about?
You are clearly walking on your tiptoes. It is so obvious. And then she kind of like adjusts her underwear, and then she scratches her hat, and then tugs on the brim, and then walks away. And the caption says, "Too much." With the emoji, with the sweating emoji. And the top comment is, oh, so the community guidelines don't work now. The other top comment is, it's the hat scratch for me.
Bob, would you ever post anything that salacious on your socials? I want you to so bad. Bob, I want you to just lose your inhibitions, feel the rain on yours.
I'm gonna reiterate, if y'all never seen the way I dress every day in my day-to-day life, I am usually covered from my neck to my ankles, all the way to my wrist. I wear shorts every once in a while. But typically speaking, I wear boots and pants every day of the year. I don't care how hot it is. Boots and pants.
But that's recent, Bob. When I first met you, you used to wear coochie cutters all the time. You used to wear those overalls. They were basically thong overalls. Okay, let me tell you about the real Bob, the drag queen. When I first met Bob used to wear his little like booty shorts, or Bob had these denim overalls, and he would wear them with his little cloth Payless shoes, and he used to have sometimes a little crop top with
never
the
a crop
overalls.
Top.
Well, it was a little belly shirt. It was a little belly shirt. It went down, but it was pretty. It was a pretty high. Anyway, and Bob used to wear that. Used to wear outfits like that all the time. So maybe this is newer for your mid-30s, but that's not how you always used to dress. So don't even be pretending.
So you've been dressing the way you dress since. So if I go back and find you in your early 20s, just y'all know, go back. When I used to wear those fucking a salmon-colored button-up shirt with some motherfucking church pants and some church shoes. I got the pictures. I got the pictures. I seen you. To quote Jay-Z, you was a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen you. When they used to dress like, so don't act like everyone's style changes. I was in my 20s. I was very skinny, and I was like, bitch, I'm about to fucking.
You're very skinny now.
I am not as skinny as I was like 175 pounds then. I'm perched nicely at 217 these days, and I'm not about to go out in these streets with my midsection exposed, and especially not with my. I will show my legs every once in a while. I will show the children some leg, but because I think shorts and boots look kind of funny together, I don't wear that very often. So I typically wear pants, some boots, sometimes a tank top if I'm really feeling spicy, but also usually a massive shirt that covers all. I'm a flowing witch Dementor walking down the street.
Also, you posted something on your TikTok the other day, like I think yesterday, and I was like, what is this very like sexy little pose? You had on your little black witch dress with the little spaghetti straps, and you had your leg like cocked behind you, and I was like, look at Bob looking all like frilly and silly.
On my Instagram?
On your TikTok. I'm about to pull it up right now. And I was like, okay, Roberta.
And it's still on my TikTok?
Let me look. I'm going to show it to you right now. Not me typing Hob the drag queen.
The other day I walked in, not the other day, today I walked into the apartment and Ezra has like made this merchandise and he's like showing people on his Instagram. And I was like, oh, I was just laying on, you see me there all the time.
Look at Bob and his little leg. Look at that little leg back there. I said, okay.
I'll tell you about it. But anyway, Ezra was like, do you want to try one of my shirts on for the Instagram? And I was like, you want me to take my shirt off and wear this crop top on Instagram? Girl, who in the mid-20s? But I also grew up in a household where like we were very, I've not seen my mom's boobs since I was like 4 years old. We did not even fart around each other. I have never once seen my brother naked. Ever.
I don't see my brother naked either, but I mean, I've seen my brother in like little like beach swimming trunks and stuff like that.
I have never seen my mom in a bathing suit. When my mom goes to the beach, she wears shirts and a t-shirt and a bucket hat. I remember one time I was getting out of the shower, my brother walked into the bathroom and he saw me naked, and I was mad at him for a week. I just grew up in a very conservative, like in the way we dress, household. That's just how I grew up.
I tell you this, we used to go to the beach every weekend. My mom used to be in fucking leotards, bitch. What we wear, like literally like a leotard, her thing.
Michelle Visage would not like that. Michelle Visage would drag your mom, okay?
And also my mom is very heavy chested, and so she would have on like these bathing suits, like the leotard, and she would have a sarong on, but when she would come into water, she would take her sarong off and we'll just be in the water kikiing and playing around.
No, never, not once. Never, not once.
Oh yes, girl. I forgot about your little Berkeley picture of you sprawled out on the bed that you posted on Twitter under
I posted. I thought it would be funny. It was Peppermint tweeted out, "Hey babes, what's for dinner? Wrong answers only." And I posted a picture of my butt because I thought it was funny. Listen,
It's the dip in the back for me. Okay.
I will post a picture of myself being like nude if I think it's funny. Like if there's do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but I actually posted a video of myself completely nude sitting in the shower in France to promote my comedy special.
I do remember this. Yes.
And it was just me in sitting in the shower completely nude. And was like,
not in his picture. Bob looked like his Grindr profile is no picture, and the thing just says ass up, and then you hit him up. He don't send you no pictures. You
but my ass looks great. But my ass looks great.
Yo, you look amazing. You got the little slope in the lower back. You got that. You got your booty tooched. You look good. You look good.
So I want to say that what I'm wearing in this TikTok that you're gagging about, it's literally just the sack I always wear, except I was on the floor already, and I was like, I don't want to get up and film this TikTok. I'm already on the floor. So I filmed this little TikTok, and then at one point I just like repositioned and my leg stuck out. But Monet's making it seem like I am just like tip drilling.
What the fuck is tip drilling?
Y'all don't say tip drill in New York City?
No, that sounds like some country shit as per usual.
No, so Nelly had a song called Tip Drill, and I think Tip Drill is just like about like, you know, dancing like real dirty.
Just to wrap up what we were talking about earlier, so I think because you identify as pansexual, that's really what it is. Like you have your palate has a taste for all of these things, but I don't identify as pansexual. At least not right now. Maybe I will in the future. I don't know.
And also
again,
go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
But it's also okay for everyone. Like, you don't have to, just because you publicly claim that you were straight or that you were bi, that you were gay, you don't have to stick by that. You don't have to.
Oh yeah,
You don't have to double down and be like, I said it. When I realized that I was attracted to women and non-binary people, and I was like, well, maybe there's more to me than just being like, you know, a gay guy. Maybe there's more to that.
There are a few queens in the past 2 seasons of Drag Race I've been very attracted to, and again, I don't have any.
You mean like in drag?
No, not in drag.
There are no queens you would fuck in drag. Not one.
No.
Work.
Not a single one. But out of drag, there are a lot I would fuck. Absolutely.
Name them right now.
No, I'm not naming them. But
name one. Just name one.
I think that Simone is very cute.
Simone is cute.
Simone is
clearly my type. Like
I was about to say, that's the thing. I am a big ass nigga. Simone is probably, I've never met her, but I'm assuming Simone is just a tiny thing. And imagine Simone trying to top me. Literally a chihuahua fucking a bulldog.
I was driving today and I started singing this song, and I almost called you just to sing it to you because it was so funny to me. I almost went live because I was like, this is so funny.
What song?
I just wrote it myself. I was just going, nigga, 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 nigga. Are you mad? 'Cause I can say nigga with no repercussions. You know you want to say nigga. And I was just driving and saying this over and over again. And I just thought it was so... I really thought it was so funny. I was like, I should share this with someone.
I also think Gottmik is really cute too. Well, Gottmik and I FaceTimed the other day, and we were talking about having like a makeout session.
Spill. Wait, you were talking about like hooking up, making out?
Yeah.
We ship it.
We ship it. What does that mean?
Oh my God, Monet! When you don't know what shipping means?
Oh, like a relationship.
Yeah, you'd be McNay. Or got Mo.
No, Monique. Mo niggas.
I like got Mo or McNay. But you know, honestly, I hope that you and Mick bust it. I hope that y'all
are there any queens that you would fuck in drag? Who you ask who you want to fuck in drag?
Who would I fuck in drag? There is one queen who is hot in sexy in drag.
Oh, like
she is sexy in. I'm like, this is a sexy person.
Bitch, who?
Plastique is sexy in drag.
Oh yeah, fully. Plastique is so hot.
Like sexy.
And out of drag too.
And also, bitch, let's double dutch. Like both sides of the go off. Like go off.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's no queens that I would fuck in drag. There are a lot of I would fuck out of drag. 1,000%.
So you guys heard it here. Monet wants to fuck Simone and Guy Mick. Monet said she gonna make it.
Oh
Monet said.
Can you
Monet
stop?
said, "Welcome to the winner's circle."
you gotta take 10 dicks before you meet the president.
Monet said, "Welcome to the winner's circle."
But also, there's like
You remember that scene from Fire Festival where that guy was gonna go suck dick to get water?
Yes, of
I don't
course.
know why that just popped into my mind. He was like, I was about to go suck this guy's dick for water. I was like, nigga, you about to suck that dick for the taste. Don't act. The water was a bonus, bitch. The water was a bonus. Call a spade a spade.
And also the thought about like dating a drag queen or fucking with a drag queen or eventually like being in a relationship with a drag queen, I'm like, that honestly sounds great.
Amazing.
It's just like,
it sounds
amazing.
And Jacob, you better start doing drag so I can fucking live my dream. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, it sounds so great.
Like, you don't have to explain stuff.
Anything, especially at one, I'm very grateful for the careers that we have with someone who's also in that same, because again, I have dated people.
Monet said she don't want to date no fucking broke local drag queens. Monet said if you are not at least in the top 4 of your season, don't fucking slide into her DMs. I don't want to hear about no queen just starting out with busted ass eyebrows making $50 a gig. That's
not what I said.
No, shut the fuck up. If you are not making at least 6 figures a year just from fagging, don't fucking slide into her DMs. I got you, Mo. I know what you want.
Okay, literally said none of that. But I have dated people who they don't get the life that we live, and
because they were
when
too
you
broke
go somewhere and and they want to like FaceTime you, and it's like, well, I just got off of like
you know this new
12-hour
stepdad tier. They think we are fucking Bill Gates and
girl. Yeah. When we. They're calling us the Elon Musks of drag, girl. They're like, not these bitches charging $25 for a tier. You are so busy. Girl.
People have a picture of going crazy.
And also, have you seen that they're hammering down on the cousin erasure? And we're like, we have literally not taken anything away. They're like, it's the cousin erasure for me. And I'm like, we didn't do anything to any tier. We literally are adding. We're not taking away.
Maybe we'll, we're going to do a little Patreon exclusive about the cousin stepdad dilemma.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's end this. Bye, everybody.
You don't call the shots.
We're done. We're done. Cut Monet's mic.
I have one more thing. I got one more thing to say.
What?
I got one thing to say. Fuck your purse. Now we can end it.
Bye.